starting to look a little bit like spring, and we're noticing some green up. Cattle producers are paying attention to lots of new things coming at us. One of the big things that cattle producers are watching right now is the drought situation. It looks a little bit concerning right now. We've continued to get drier and drier in recent weeks, and the forecast, at least for the foreseeable future, looks a little bit scary. So producers are watching that. Whether you're a cow-calf producer, thinking about getting on with your summer production plans, maybe in the broader picture, we're thinking about whether we're retaining any heifers and thinking about a little bit of herd rebuilding, or in Oklahoma and Southern Plains we see some spring demand for stocker cattle. So volumes at auction markets have been down a little bit the last couple of weeks, but for the year we're still pulling a lot of cattle into markets because of these cattle markets that continue to be very, very strong. We've had a lot of volatility in the market. That's an issue as well for producers. We've got all kinds of external factors, geopolitical events, and other things impacting the markets. We continue to watch lots of different data, and including the trade data. The January data showed that we continue to see increased beef imports in the U.S., decreased exports, and that's been the situation that we've seen happen and expect to happen in this kind of a market environment. There's been lots of political talk about high ground beef prices and the fact that imports are part of that picture. That continues to be something that we're taking a look at as we go forward. Still have a lot of concerns, or at least we're keeping an eye on things like the Mexican border and animal health situation. We've got the possibility of some additional infrastructure adjustments. So just a lot of things that producers are keeping an eye on right now. But through it all, cattle markets continue to be very strong. They're moving forward. We expect on average higher prices as we go forward as cattle numbers continue to tighten.